Everybody's got a rant and rave about what's happening. New York healthcare workers, Illinois healthcare workers, nurses are revolting. The majority of them are saying they're not taking the shot. But see, they have a captive audience in the public schools. Obama gets up and lies and says there's no law. You're not going to have to take the shots. And then the public schools say, oh, it's on our list. As a policy, we want you to take it. Then they kick you out of school for a violation of policy, not law, not telling you that parents in all 50 states went and got laws passed that they can't kick you out for not taking shots. They're committing crimes, not telling you about the vaccine waiver form because they're a bunch of local boss hogs. Even if you believe it's great to get the flu shot, you better Google study. Studies show flu shots double Alzheimer's. 3 flu shots. It's kind of like wearing headphones with blasting music. I've worn headphones for 14 years on the radio. I now have a ring in my ears all the time. I've gone to a little earpiece and have it way down. Like Rush Limbaugh, I might go deaf, folks. Well, it's the same thing. You take those flu shots. That's why you're so stupid. They're full of mercury. In fact, I printed off the insert for the current flu shot that says it has mercury in it. But the moron public, they'll tell you at these drugstores it doesn't have mercury. Ask for the insert and read it. It says mercury. One epidemiologist explained it to me this way. You know how a bee sting makes around 5% of the population go into shock and swell up and can't breathe? I've been stung by bees many times in my life. But one time I had a swarm of them because I was doing some gardening at my parents' when I was in high school, chased me out of a tree they were in, and I got stung probably 15 times or so. And I swole up red and had trouble breathing and put a bunch of baking soda on myself and got in a hot bath trying to soak it out. But most people would have gone to the hospital. Well, it's the same. And I always laughed at people that were scared of bees until that point. Now I developed an allergic response to them. Now I'm a little more concerned about them. Because let me tell you, it wasn't fun crawling around on the floor having trouble breathing. But my phobia of the hospital was bigger than that of not being able to breathe. But the issue is maybe only 5% of people get violently ill when they get stung by a bee. Well, you talk about the population that gets a baby whose immune system isn't ready. And they admit now they shoot babies up routinely. They even have a syndrome. When they're born, they suddenly can't nurse. They go into shock. It brain damages them. You take a big old shot, probably 1,000 times the fluid that's in a bee sting, full of all sorts of RNA and DNA from the monkey tissue or the fetal tissue they grew it on, and cancer viruses they admit are in almost all vaccines. And you shoot that in. I mean, a big old shot into a baby. And you do it over and over and over again. Of course you're going to have autoimmune responses and allergic responses. And of course the brain's going to swell up. If you've had a pre-existing health problem, the smallpox shots kill you. Causes an autoimmune response in the heart. Especially if you've already got inflammation in your heart valves. Folks, this isn't good. But now they just lie and say it's the law. Your kid's got to take it. Let's talk to Joe in Canada. Joe, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. And I can hear that you're pretty fired up and mad today. I guess anyone would be if, when they're getting attacked from all sides. And, it's a lot of these attacks are coming from, from folks who, base a lot of their criticism on name-calling and rhetoric.
Sir, listen, I appreciate your call. But I'm not here talking about me. No, I'm not fired up today because people are attacking me. And I appreciate you defending me, but I want to hurry here at the end. This isn't about Alex Jones. No, I'm not fired up because people are attacking me. I don't care that people attack me. I don't even know. I don't even pay attention to it most of the time. I don't like it when it becomes a diversion from what I'm covering and what we're going over. We know the Gardasil shot is killing girls. Now they want to force it on boys. We know there's no law. Your kids have got to take the regular flu shot and the new H1N1. But the schools are lying and saying they have to take it. That's what the show's about. I mean, look at this. fact, where's the article I had? Or the doctor. Okay, this is the Sunday Express. The cervical cancer vaccine may be riskier and more deadly than the cancer it is designed to prevent. Yeah, it only kills 3,000 women a year in the U.S., 300 million. A leading expert who developed the drug has warned. She helped develop it. Now, they admit on the insert it doesn't even protect you from the virus, but it is an attenuated live cancer virus and causes all sorts of autoimmune responses because you get it at tens of thousands of times what you'd get from pricking yourself on a nail or from somebody having sex with you. You understand? They pump a ton of it directly into your bloodstream. Your body's designed to have this stuff come to the mucous membrane or the mouth of the skin where your defenses are, not jammed into your muscle tissue. She also claimed the jab would do nothing to reduce the rates of cervical cancer in the UK. Speaking exclusively to the Sunday Express, Dr. Diane Harper, who was involved in the clinical trials of the controversial drug Cervavax, that's the British name of Gardasil, said the jab was being over-marketed and parents should be properly warned about the potential side effects. Okay? And it mentions all the deaths and autoimmune disease. That's one of the doctors that helped design the crap. Put that in your pipe, Dr. Dina Dell, drug company operative up there every day saying none of this is true. People are dying from this. They got big news last week when this girl died from it in the UK. And I'd seen all these other deaths, and I said, it's going to end up she didn't die from this because they're hyping it. They know she died of something else, so they're going to ignore all the real deaths and hype it. But what did she die from? She had a tumor in her heart. She died within hours of taking the shot because that's what the scientists have said on this show. It causes an autoimmune response wherever you already have inflammation in your body, like your pancreas. That's why diabetes is off the charts, even with people who aren't eating a bunch of processed sugar. Let's talk to Mark in Oregon. Mark, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. Welcome back from the Twilight Zone, by the way.
Well, I mean, out of the fire into the oven, yeah.
Yeah, you really got a taste of what it's like kind of in the interior part of the country there. Alex, also, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your rendition of the Southern Belle, as well as your account of the Girl Scouts in the hotel. I know we're not supposed to laugh at certain things, but sometimes things get so ridiculous that we all need a good laugh
but
sometimes.
I mean, I wasn't ready for it, though. You know, we've been up late working. Then I took the guys really late to like a midnight showing of Pandorum. Excellent movie, by the way. Side issue. So I get up early. I got to go catch the flight at 8 a.m. It's like 6. We've eaten. I guess the flight was about 9. So it's like 7:45. I've got to get where I'm going. And the door's open on the wrong floor. And I look out and it's cops, Homeland Security sign, and Girl Scouts. And I just wasn't ready for it and was like, back into the elevator. But, I mean, so it wasn't a laughing matter at the time. It actually freaked me out to actually see the Nazification of America. It's one thing to read the Girl Scouts are going to serve Homeland Security. It's another thing to see it with your own eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm sure those dark green uniforms really brought it home. We're not used to those uniforms representing such things as this. Alex,
they normally symbolize that coconut chocolate cookie that I like so much.
Absolutely, for years. Alex, I wanted to relate to you real quickly on Dr. Bill Deagle's show this past Thursday, October 1st. Dr. Deagle's guest was Dr. Alan Truott, I believe, because Dr. Deagle refers to him sometimes as Dr. Ott, but I believe it's Dr. Alan Truott, who has done extensive research into the American Police Force Group entity, and he said that his research shows that the parent company of the American Police Force Group is a company named Phoenix International, and that the parent company of Phoenix International is DynCorp. We've all heard that name. Dr. Truott reports that the headquarters of Phoenix International is in the Langley, Virginia area. And Dr. Truott also related that George Soros is largely invested
all right, well, listen, I'm out of time. I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow. There are some connections to that group, Allied Defense Systems and a bunch of others, but all those groups are saying that they met with the Hilton character, the mercenary guy, but that they're not with him. And now he's removed all their names off their sites. So either he's a total con man or he could be connected to these groups. We don't know. We're still investigating. Yes, I was on the ground in Hardin. We have a full report tomorrow. By the way, my new film ships out in only 18 days. It's Fall of the Republic. Actually, 17 days. Available at Infowars.com. So get it first. Order the new film today.